What up, guys and gals? I know I look like a sweaty mess right now. My lighting is low-level indie porn lighting, but I'm moving. I'm going to be moving, so when you start to wonder, where did King Jimmy Coates go? Where is he? I want my video. I probably won't be posting very often, at least for the next month. I will be in another country, being cool, being sexy, being rad. But I figured since I'm right here, pulling off my video games off a shelf, I would go through some of them and talk about some ones I love, some ones I don't. Games that I miss, games that I wish would make a return, stuff like that, you know, just really kind of run you through some of the fun that I'm having right now, you know. It's always fun when you're moving, because you get that one solid look at, your little bit of a collection, you know. No, not a collection. Collection's the wrong word. None of this shit has any value. I mean, and if it does, it's very minuscule, and I haven't had any of it, like, graded, because I don't think any of it matters. Anyways, let's start with my couple PS4 games. I gave the rest of them over to my, my buddy, because he was like, I just got a PS5, and I'm like, I already own these games digitally. So the first one of my favorite games, which doesn't have a disc in it. Oh, the disc's in my PS4, which has been packed away a long time ago. Anyways, so Last of Us, classic. Last of Us 2, sucks balls in cocks. And the Abby sex scene will scar me to the end of the times. Next one, God of War 3, remastered. Ooh. Sex minigames, bring them back. Then we got, let's rattle through these Xbox One games, because I don't have a lot. Witcher 3, never beat it. I actually bought it on the Switch, so I'm gonna probably play that on my plane ride. Dark Souls. Is this Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 3? Dark Souls 3. I played a lot of this game. I don't like it as much as Elden Ring or Bloodborne. I think Elden Ring and Bloodborne just kind of, like, mop the floor with all the other Souls games. They really, take what the Dark Souls series did and said, hey, mother trucker, let's have sex with these and have more fun. BioShock Collection. Baby. Ho, 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 ho. Let's go. Ho. Sexy. What a fuck. Alright, next one. Madden. I bought this one about my Xbox One. I played like 15 minutes of it. I was just like, I like Madden 08 and Madden 09, and I had it on my original Xbox. And at the end of the day, it was just another Madden game. I'm not really big into Madden anymore. It didn't have the legends, you know? This is one that my buddy gave me. It's NBA 2K19. I have this on PS4 too, I think. Or on my PlayStation library, or I might have a newer one. I don't know. PlayStation gave it to me for free. What is this? Wolfenstein: The New Order. In the ghetto-ass, like, pre-owned, Xbox One container. Funny thing about Wolfenstein, right? Let me get the other one. Wolfenstein 2. I got that one in the nice, pretty original case. So, the funny thing about the Wolfenstein series is I remember the first time I was buying games for my Xbox One. I got Doom, I got Fallout 4, and I went back into a GameStop, and I was like, I was looking for a game. I wanted to play something. I wanted something with, like, balls-to-the-wall fun, because I'd been playing that with Doom 2016, Fallout 4, the mods. Oh, the mods! The fucking mods! Anyways, it was so much fun. I was having a blast, and I was like, I need another game. So I go into the store, and the frumpy-ass looking dude at the counter was like, I'd ask him a question, like, that's okay, on some games, and he's like, I'd pull up, like, some stupid game, and I would pick up a game that I had no interest in playing that looked shit, and he's like, oh my god, that's such a good game. And he was way, he had like this mentality that he sucked and he only jerked off to hentai porn. Anyways, I pick up Wolfenstein, and I never played a Wolfenstein. Never jumped into the series. I've always loved Doom. I've always loved like Shadow Warrior, stuff like that, but I never had touched a copy of Wolfenstein. And I picked this up, and he's like, oh, that one? Don't get that. That's just another one of those stupid America Hoorah games. So pointless. Another typical FPS. That was enough for me to buy Wolfenstein 1. Right there, I bought the New Order, and I had more fun with this game than I tried some of those other games he'd mentioned. I don't remember like which ones, but I know I've played so many games at this point that I played a couple. A lot of them were the story-driven bullshits. They were like deep-seated stories, which are great. I do love them, but I'm an FPS guy. I've always been an FPS guy. And I picked this game up just because he said not to, and it was a Hoorah America game, and I love America. I love guns. FPS, baby. And Wolfenstein, the modern Wolfenstein games have become some of my favorite games. The New Order's fantastic. Wolfenstein 2. It's really good. Wolfenstein 1 has a better boss fight at the end. Then I played the prequel, which I cannot remember the name. Next on the list, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. 4. Friend gave it to me. It's fine. It's kind of garbage. Doom 2016. The first game I bought for... Oh, it's not closing. The case is all jacked up. Is it jacked up or is it... What? This doesn't even have Doom in it. It says Red Dead Redemption and Undead Redemption. Huh, shit, that's where it is. I think I have a case for that. What's in the Red Dead Redemption case? Nothing. Nothing's in the Red Dead Redemption case. Interesting. Huh. Got the manual and shit. Well, anyways, I don't know what happened to Doom 2016. I own it on, like, every console I own, and it's on everything. So, but Doom 2016 slaps. Red Dead, this still plays on my Series X, which is fantastic, because I have Undead Nightmare, which I didn't know I still had, which is sick. Very happy about that. Love Red Dead Redemption 1. Hot take, it is better than the second. A lot of people don't fuck with that opinion. They act like it's here's the second. Got the second. I actually bought this like a year after it came out because at the time I was only buying like one big game a year. And that was before I started looking at the sales pages of consoles. Mwah, fantastic. The sales page is where you need to live. Buy all sorts of cool stuff. That's where you find some of the best indie shooters. But I bought Fallout 76 that year. I know. Boo me in the comments. Get your nipples out, start lactating them, and get so mad. But I bought Fallout 76, which I will still stand behind the fact that the day when that game came out, I loved that map. That is something that Fallout 76 did right at launch. They had a really, really nice map. The game just had nothing to keep me engaged. Now it is fantastic. But Red Dead Redemption 2 slaps. I haven't finished it yet. It's one of those games that I jump into for about a few weeks when I don't have anything else to play. I'll play through the story a little bit more. But I mean, I jump in and fuck around all the time. But I still think Red Dead Redemption 1 is better because it has that Rockstar charm, the older Rockstar charm. You got the weird crackhead moonshiner, you got the weird snake oil salesman. Everything has that Rockstar grime to it that's satirical, that's funny, and I feel like Red Dead 2 had that and didn't have that. It went for more of a serious tone, which I understand, but at the same time, you're not Gun, bro. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, moving on. Batman, the Arkham Knight. I like these games. They're not my favorite. I don't mind the combat system. I think it's cool. It works for Batman. It's just not my favorite combat system. And it's so parry heavy. And it's fine. I like it. It's just, I prefer hack and slash style better. And I remember thinking it was kind of innovative when I played Arkham Asylum for a little bit. But I haven't finished that series. I have finished this one, I believe. Anyways, next one. Hitman. Actually was disappointed with this game. I had this in the metal case because I got it. The cheapest place I found it was somebody was selling it next to my house. Not like outside, like panhandling, like, buy my Hitman game. I'll give it to you if you let me give you a blowjob. No, it wasn't something like that. What it was I was looking for Hitman because I loved Hitman Absolution on the 360. That was the only Hitman game I've ever played. And to this day, the only two Hitman games I played is Absolution and this one. And I loved Absolution. I thought it was cheesy. I thought it was fun. I thought it reminded me of like a third-person Duke Nukem, and I loved it. It wasn't like full Duke Nukem, but I mean, it had like that Max Payne vibe. It was a little B action movie type shit. And I really, really, really vibed with that. But this one's more just do mission, do thing. And I like it. The mechanics are fantastic. The graphics are fantastic. I just missed the story. I missed that cheesy story. And come to find out, everyone else hated Absolution. Guess I was the one guy who didn't get that memo. I love that game. Next, let's get on my 360 classics. Alright, obviously we went over Red Dead Redemption. I'm putting it there. If you're wondering why I pulled it back out, I'm stacking them in the order of what console generation they came out on. Halo Reach. Halo 5 is my least favorite Halo. Halo Reach is right after that one. I do love the game. And that's the thing. I love every Halo game's campaign except for Halo 5. I do not like that campaign. All the other ones. This is my Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is everybody's least favorite Dark Souls, but they're like, it's still a Dark Souls game, man. Rock on. But Halo Reach, for me, I like it. The characters I never really grabbed onto. There was a few of them that I kind of liked. But the story itself, it felt like a cash grab prequel. I know the multiplayer is top tier. I'm not grading this game on multiplayer right now. I'm just kind of running through like the campaign. Multiplayer, it sits up there really high. Now, just the campaign, I didn't like. What I really didn't like about the campaign is there's some of the worst levels in Halo history. Like that stupid fucking level where you're driving the little helicopter thing. And the whole being on Reach kind of ruins the diversity of level design that Halo kind of had been known for. And so you're playing Reach and you're just, oh, you're in the building. Oh, now you're back outside on Reach. And it never really gets that diverse except for the one mission you go out into space, have the dogfight. And then, that's my cat. He's being a good boy. And then the battle on the spaceship, which had one of the greatest moments in gaming, when I can't remember his name, the big guy. The big guy picks you up and drops you out of the spaceship trying to save Earth, and he thinks he saved Earth. That's what Reach. That's what matters. But he didn't do shit. Actually, is what we found out. Halo 3. This is my second favorite out of the original Halo trilogy. Halo 2's top, then Halo 3, then Combat Evolved. I think Combat Evolved is really, really good. A little overrated because people will say, like, that's the greatest. Even the Metacritic score is higher. And yes, I get it's more innovative, but I think Halo 2 had more fun. And I think Halo 3 could have been better than Halo 2. It was just a little short. Next, we got Fallout 3. Doesn't have a thing on it. It had one of those stupid GameStop one, and I just removed it and wrote Fallout 3 on the side. Fallout 3, love it. I'm a big Bethesda fan. I love almost everything they did. Fallout 3, first Fallout I ever played was Fallout New Vegas. Didn't like it at first. Now, before you come at me with your pitchforks again, dicks in hands, like threatening to slap me with those dicks, you gotta remember that I grew up in Nevada, right? Grew up in Nevada. Sagebrush was everywhere. Desert was everywhere. It was northern Nevada, so cold winters, lots of snow. But at the same time, when I was in Fallout New Vegas, I was like, I get it. It's Nevada. And I got to the point where I was like, if I wanted to run outside in the fucking desert, I would go outside and do it. If I wanted to shoot stuff in the desert, I would go outside and do it. I'd go shoot myself some coyotes, shoot myself some gophers in the desert, walking around with a gun. You know, I could get that experience in real life. After I left Elko, though, is when I actually found the love of Fallout New Vegas. Because I'd get nostalgic, you know? I'd get nostalgic for my hometown. I'd get nostalgic for that desert, and I started playing that game. It is better than Fallout 3. But I do think the thing that's great about Fallout 3 is it pulled Fallout into a new style. Because what they were doing before, after they did Fallout 1 and 2, and then they did the weird hack and slash, that's where Interplay, or what was Interplay, I think, they were kind of pushing Fallout into, was going to be this weird hack and slash shit that looked awful. I will probably never play Brotherhoods of Steel. That game looks like it sucks. But when it came to Fallout 3, they did something cool and moved an RPG into a design that it hadn't ever been in before, and it really revolutionized what Fallout was going to be. And I hear a lot of people hating on Bethesda for Fallout 3, and they're, oh, it's not that good. Sucks. Bethesda sucks. And then they do the same thing with Fallout 4. And in my head, I'm like, you wouldn't have your favorite Fallout game if it wasn't for Fallout 3. Originally, Fallout New Vegas started as a DLC for Fallout 3, and it evolved into a game. So thank you, Bethesda. And next time you're sucking off Fallout Vegas, remember that too. Give credit where credit's due. The last one I got without a cover is Doom 3. Have not played this game. I just played through one of the DLCs. Can't remember which one. I got it on the Switch because I'm gonna be playing it on the flight. But I have this on multiple consoles as well. Next, Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay. Incredibly underrated game. And completely forgot about. This needs a remaster. Speaking of games that need a remake or a remaster. Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay. This is the Assault on Dark Athena Xbox 360 version, which has both games. Escape from Dark Athena took everything from... It was like it was like a sad shell of what the game used to be. There's a little less choices. This game feels like Fallout in space in a dungeon. Fantastic. I cannot recommend this fucking game enough. It is so good. Next, we got The Lover, the Fallout fanboys' favorite game. Fallout New Vegas. I already touched on this. It's a fantastic game. Wonderful. This one actually has the menu still in it, which I didn't think it did because it's in this weird black case, which either is from me putting it in a DVD case where I lost the DVD, but because the plastic broke, or I bought it this way. Don't know, don't care, moving on. Now, to my Xbox original games. We got the new couple I bought, which I used to have when I was a kid, but I don't anymore for some reason. We got Spider-Man 1. Fucking first game I ever beat on the Xbox. Spider-Man 2. Love this game. Ultimate Spider-Man. I think this is my favorite Spider-Man game. I don't know. These two, like, fight each other all the time on which one holds my favorite. The fact that I get to fight Venom as Wolverine, though, that's pretty fucking cool. Next, another new one I bought that I love. Dark Watch. This game. Remake, remaster. Night Watch. Looking at you. Night Watch games. Do Postal 2. Do Dark Watch. Make a deal with Capcom. Stroke some cocks. Eat some clits. Get it done. Alright, next, Blade 2. I'm a huge Blade fanboy. It's the Wesley Snipes Blade movies. I even like Blade 3. I know it's not great, but it's fun. But, Blade 2, this has a lot of innovative things it's trying to do. It doesn't literally do any of them that well, but it's a fun game nonetheless. Donkey has a great video on it. I've kind of warmed up to Donkey. At first, I really didn't like him. I don't know. I've kind of warmed up to him. Punisher. Activision. I don't care what you have to do with Marvel. Fucking get this game back out. I want to play this game in 1080p, 60 frames. This game slaps. This is my favorite game out of all of the superhero games ever made. Doesn't matter which one. This is the best one. I love it. It's perfect. It's so good. I made a video on it. It got banned in some countries and then it got unbanned in some countries, and it's got an interesting story. Next. Oh, this was in 360. My bad. I missed one. Crysis 3. This is the best of the Crysis games. Easily, hands down. Crysis 2 is fantastic. I don't like Crysis 1. I think Crysis 1 kind of sucks. It's innovative. It was pretty for the time. I don't like Crysis 1. The stack's leaning. I don't like Crysis 1 because it kind of is bare bones. Crysis 2 is where you get the main protagonist for the next game. Crysis 3, he's the same protagonist in 2 and 3. Crysis 2 really elevates the story. Crysis 3 sends it home, and it adds in the bow, which the bow is so good. This game becomes a stealth alien shooter, and it's fantastic. It's the only time I've had fun with stealth. Next, Halo Combat Evolve. Like I said, this is this game. I actually played this game after Halo 2. I bought it for my dad for Christmas or something. The next year after we had that, because he loved Halo. Halo 2 was just this game that he bought. He didn't buy it. Santa Claus got it for him. And Santa Claus got me the Xbox original. We got Halo 2. We used to play the multiplayer all the time. Some of my greatest memories was on Halo 2. We got Halo 1 because it was like an expansion of maps. Didn't know there was a whole extra map pack disc. Which is why, let me find... I have 2 copies of Halo 2 somewhere. Oh, I have more 360 games. Why did you blend in? Okay. Halo 2... I have Halo 2, the original copy. This is the one that I had as a kid. This game got played so much that it does not run right now. It'll run for a bit, and then it has a scratch on it somewhere. So I bought this, the Steelbook copy. I was like, I don't really care about Steelbooks. This is the only one that I ever bought because it was in the Steelbook. This is my favorite game of all time. I had the best memories with this game. All my friends played this game. This game meant the most to me growing up. Grand Theft Auto was whatever. People talked about Grand Theft Auto, but this game meant the most to me. I have the greatest memories with this game. If I have a nostalgia boner for any game, it is Halo 2. Halo 1 was great. I played Halo 1 with my buddies co-op, but Halo 2 is the one that seals the deal. It is better than anything else. Anyways, we're going to do the other 360 games, which I already covered one of them, which... I don't want to open it. Yeah, there's a disc in here. This is Bioshock 2. My favorite Bioshock. Hands down. I like Bioshock 1. I think it's okay. The story was really good, but I think Bioshock 2 has more heart. I think it has better storytelling. BioShock Infinite has the best gameplay, obviously, but the story leaves a lot to be lacking. I think BioShock 2 scratches like some of the political undertones and really explores the mindset of these people, and I like that better. I like more of the mental stuff going on in BioShock 2. I think it is just leagues better story-wise than the first and third. That might be a hot take, but I don't give a fuck. It's my favorite. Elden Ring Skyrim. Fine game. It's on everything. Everyone knows about Skyrim. Everyone has to own Skyrim. I had a roommate give me this game because I never played Skyrim. Still didn't play it. Didn't play it till like last year. A little overrated in my opinion, but I played it really late. Game that I think is criminally underrated. That I love. Another game that... What the fuck happened to this? Oh. That's a gross disc. I'm going to wipe this down. That is a really gross disc. What the fuck happened to this disc? Why wasn't it... I probably shouldn't... It's a deep scratch. Is that a scratch? No, it was just like a hair or something. What happened? There's a disc that was just floating in this case. And if you guys have been paying attention... I was missing a game. I'm going to wipe this off on my pants. Because it's in the Halo Master Chief Collection, so I don't really care. And it's my least favorite of the Halos. I just own the disc because I had it on 360. Now let me find it. Where did I put that stupid fuck? Ah, there it is. Found the disc for Halo Reach. That's weird. Uncomfortable. Made me feel a little weak in the boners area. I felt like I was limp, weenied. Alright, here we go. Halo 4. I love this game. Me and my buddy, when this game came out, me and my best friend played the shit out of this game. This is probably one of my favorite Halos. I think it's criminally underrated. I love the stuff going on with Cortana and Chief. I think it really evolves the character. I thought 343 knocked it out of the park with this game. I didn't understand the hate for it. The only gripe, the only singular gripe I have with this game. I have two gripes. One, the drop-in system. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. So it's not like a real gripe. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a weird drop-in system. I miss them putting weapons around the map. I do like they brought that back in Halo Infinite and Halo 5. But that was my singular gripe with the multiplayer. My singular gripe with the campaign is the Forerunners are spongy, and they all have like weak points. And it gets a little grindy, but I love this campaign. I love that it fills out the Halo world, or world building and lore. I love this game. I think it is criminally underrated. I feel like people have a hate burner for it just because it was the first game not done by Bungie. I think it was a perfect evolution of what the old Halos were trying to do. And people are like, no, it's not. Bungie wouldn't have done that way. Play fucking Destiny and tell me it doesn't play similarly, you goddamn troglodytes. Alright, moving on. Scarface. My favorite of the Grand Theft Auto clones. No, that's wrong. Saints Row 3 is my favorite of the Grand Theft Auto clones. But I feel like Saints Row 3 does enough different where it's not a Grand Theft Auto clone anymore. That's why I didn't like the first two Saints Rows, is because they felt like Grand Theft Auto clones. This game's fantastic. Great movie tie-in. Super amazing. Remake, remaster. Give it to me, you fucking loser gaming industry. Alright, next. Two of my favorite games of all time. Boom. I actually played this game for the first time on a fucking DS. I played the Game Boy version of it. Weird. I've been playing through this game quite a bit. Love it. Backwards compatible on the Series X. Play them. They're fantastic. They run at a higher frame rate. I think they're on PS5 as well. Go get them. Another great game. Splinter Cell. Chaos Theory. Really fantastic. People say this is the best Splinter Cell. My favorite is, which I don't know where my copy went, is Pandora's Tomorrow. I love Pandora's Tomorrow. That is the one that I had when I was a kid. That's the one I played the first. I had number 1, 2, I think. Or maybe I had this one. I don't know. I bought this game for 99 cents back in the day. Back when you could get a game for $1, which is really weird to say now. That's odd. But Chaos Theory is fantastic. Love it. It's just Pandora's Tomorrow is my favorite, which is, again, lines up with the vibe of me having really weird takes when it comes to video games. Next, Gun. Hot take, way better than Red Dead Revolver. Red Dead Revolver looks like a weird game to me. I haven't like fully played it. I've tried it. Don't really like it. Gun, I feel like, is a better first game into the Red Dead series than Red Dead Revolver is. Gun is fucking amazing. Activision really, and Neversoft really pulled an amazing game out. Thomas Jane voices the main character, which, you got 2 games here with Thomas Jane. Thomas Jane's a great actor. Fucking amazing. But Gun is a really, really good Western. Has a lot of open world-like areas, so that's where I pull the vibes from. I really like Gun. I think Gun needs to be remastered, or at least ported over to things. I'm hoping after this Activision Blizzard deal goes through, this is a game that gets pulled out of the shadows, because it deserves its fucking flowers. My favorite James Bond game. Not even close. GoldenEye fanboys, walk off a cliff. Don't do that. Don't do that. Did your parents ever told you, if somebody tells you to walk off a cliff, you don't do it. Don't do it! Anyways, 007 Nightfire. Love this game. Nothing competes with this game. This is the best James Bond game. I will argue that all day. I actually like GoldenEye too, the weird GoldenEye, the one that has nothing to do with James Bond. I think it's a good game. I don't think it's a James Bond game, but it's fun. It's fun. But this game is just amazing. This is the true evolution. Is if you modernized in GoldenEye 007 GoldenEye didn't play like a shitty N64 game. This is what it would play like, and this game rocks. I love the multiplayer. This is another game that I have tons and tons of nostalgia for, because this is a game that me and my friends played the absolute shit out of. I love that you can play as the bad guys. There's unlockables. It's fantastic. The story's really fun. Last game we got today. The very last game. Another game that I added to my collection this year. Has got my Retro Game Trader card on the back. They are only a shop that you can buy things locally, so you can't. I'd tell you to go shop at them. If you're in the Portland area, I won't be anymore. But Retro Game Trader, there's one in Hillsboro, and there's one in... What's the other place? There's another place. Aloha. So if you go to either one of those, they're a really good business. They have lots of great games, really good selection. That's where I bought this. This is Half-Life 2. I'd never played it, always wanted to play it. Love this game. I put it up there with Halo 2. I think it's really good, one of the best shooters of all time. It's great. And the last 2 things on my shelf, I put away all my movies. I have some Wii U games over in a box already put away. I've never played them. My wife had the Wii U. The Wii U currently doesn't work. I found out there's a way to fix them. I'm going to have to work on that and see if I can get the Wii U working. Last thing on there is a movie I borrowed from my gran. Because my wife had never seen it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's got, oh shit. John Williams, score on it. One of the best John Williams, scores of all time for a movie. Soundtrack. That is John Wayne and the Cowboys. This is a great movie. This movie is fantastic. I love it. It's got some real heart to it. There's 2 movies that I think that are the best John Wayne movies of all time. And again, I'm going to get people, if you are a John Wayne fan, you're probably going to hate this. The Cowboys, you're like, oh yeah, it's a good one. And then The Shootist. I think The Shootist is The Shootist and The Cowboys are the only 2 movies in John Wayne's catalog where I feel like he did something different than being the normal John Wayne. I felt like he really stretched his acting abilities in The Shootist, and I respect that movie for that. And John Wayne the Cowboys is another movie that shows a lot of heart. If you have not seen it, watch it just for the score, the soundtrack, or listen to the soundtrack. The best Western soundtrack of all time. I will not argue that. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you found this fun, because I figured if I took a little bit of time out from moving, and while I was pulling everything off of this thing before I dismantled this shelf system I got here, because it was a piece of shit when I got it. It was just to hold games and movies, and now it's going to die. It is going to die. It will have its had its day in the sun. I guess I could pull my minifigures that we got. My wife was like, we need something to dress up things, and I'm like, cool, we'll put Master Chief on shit. And then I got what's his name? Bad guy from Halo Infinite. I'm drawing a blank. I've been so busy today. I'm losing my fucking mind. Anyways, I pulled those off, and I think, I got a Hank Williams Jr. CD here. I saw him live this year. Fantastic. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know in a comment. Do you have a cool collection of games? Or, like, you got them sealed? You actually did the real thing? I got Switch games here, and Zelda and Mortal Kombat. Do you have something cool? Leave it down in the comments below. I probably, like I said, I probably won't be doing a lot more content. I know I look weird. My beard's untrimmed. I'm wearing a hat with sweat stains all over it. Look at my hair. Look at my hair. It looks like a fucking chaos hair. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Like, comment, dislike. I love you all. Subscribe to my channel, you goddamn idiots.